What's up, guys? Today we're going to be testing out another text-to-speech voice generator. This one is called Murf AI. And if you've seen any of the reviews I do here on YouTube about these AI voice generators, I'm never really that impressed. However, somebody very knowledgeable recommended Murf AI to me and told me that it was actually pretty great. So we're going to give it a whirl today. Murf AI does have a free version, but I'm going to be working on an upgraded version today with over 120 voices and 20 different languages. So we're not going to hear from all of these voices today, but I am going to try to run through a lot of them so you can see if Murf AI is worth your money. If you like it, I'm going to link to it down below. All right, let's just dive right into it. Here is what the Murf AI UI looks like when you create your account and log into it. It's pretty simple. I'm going to start by creating a project. And for my project title, I'm going to name it Physical Therapy because I have an actual real life client where I'm ready to edit the commercial, but I'm waiting for the narrator in real life to complete the voiceover. So I'm going to generate a voiceover here in Murf AI so I can use it to time out all my shots and just at least get a jump on editing. So even if I don't like the voiceover I get from Murf AI today, I'm going to be able to use it, so I'm pretty excited about that. Now, the next thing I need to do is select the type of project I am going to be creating. I can either start blank, and what will happen is that I'll be able to look at all of the different voices in Murf AI and select my own, or if I select one of these other options, Murf AI will suggest voices to me, which is kind of helpful because there are a lot of voices here on Murf AI. But I'm going to start blank just so we can see all of our options. So here in this top field is where I would enter in my text. Before I do that, I'm going to go up to the top left of the UI and select Explore All Options. Now at the top here, I can sort by language and accent. I'm going to stick with English, US, and Canada. And then I can choose either a male or female narrator, and I can also select from different age groups. So I know that for this particular project, I want a middle-aged woman, and because I am on an upgraded account, I do get access to all of the different pro voices. But let's start with some of the free ones.
Change. It's the only constant. Change is an opportunity.
Imagine waking up to the golden rays of sunshine seeping.
At ISH, we consider our patients.
These voices sound like real people, 100%. It's wild. But I've been tricked by this before because the demos may in fact have been recorded by real people, but then once they clone those voices and turn them into AI voices, they lose their natural sound. So I'm going to select Claire here, because she actually does kind of sound like what we want for this particular project. And let me just drop in my script. And so it's split my script into different lines, which is perfectly fine. And to listen to what Claire's going to sound like, I just hit the play button to generate the audio.
Few of us will ever run a full marathon.
Yeah, she doesn't sound as natural as I think the demo did. Don't you agree?
Few of us will ever run a full marathon.
She does have a little bit of vocal fry at the end of the word marathon, which I think does sound very natural, but then there's some like tone in the middle that sounds very robotic to me. Let's see if we can make some adjustments here. I'm going to select the emphasis button, and this is actually an interesting way to emphasize particular words. What I can do is select up to 5 different words in my sentence, and then use this puck here to increase or lower the emphasis on specific words. And I can slide these pucks up and down to adjust the relative emphasis. So I feel like ever needs to have the most emphasis, and full should have a little emphasis, and everything else should be neutral. I could even go below the line if I wanted to, but I don't really want to do that. So if I want to get rid of that node, I can just select it, and I know it's selected because it's got the thick orange border around it, and then just select remove node. All right, let me apply, and it's going to generate the audio again.
Few of us will ever run a full marathon. Few of us will ever run a full marathon.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to remove this emphasis and this emphasis. Let's just emphasize the word ever.
Few of us will ever run a full marathon.
So the word ever, it's almost like the pitch just goes up. It doesn't really feel like she says it slower or louder. It's just more, about the pitch, it sounds to me. Do you guys agree with that? So I had her on conversational. Let me try switching this to luxury and seeing if we get a better read.
Few of us will ever run a full marathon. Few of us will ever run a full marathon.
Okay, so I would say that I'm not loving this voiceover. It's definitely going to serve its purpose for me as a scratch track for my edit, but I could make my own scratch track with the voice memo app on my iPhone. I actually do that all the time when I'm waiting for a professional narrator to deliver their read to me. So let's switch up the voice though, because I'm not giving up hope on this. I do kind of like the way that you can play with the emphasis, that sort of window where you can move like the pucks up and down. I do like that a lot. So let's see what other voices we can use. Let's try Alicia.
When you're looking to train your employees, you want to make sure they have the right instruction. Security Hub is...
She sounds pretty good. I'm going to select her. And I'm going to select this button up here, Apply Voice to Entire Project. So that'll switch Alicia to be the voiceover for all of my projects. But I think I'm going to have to generate the audio again. Let me drop down. And the only option she has for tone is conversational. Once I've generated all of these individual voiceovers, if I want to hear the whole script in its entirety, I just go down to the timeline here and hit this play button.
Few of us will ever run a full marathon, or have a silky smooth jump shot, or kick the game-winning goal. But that doesn't mean you can't be treated by the very same team the pros trust to get them back to their best. Because now those same experts, comprehensive treatment, and state-of-the-art orthopedic facility are here for you in one convenient place. Experience it for yourself today.
That actually was not that bad. The one thing I heard was on this word or, there's a certain inflection that's being missed. It really should sound like or kick the game-winning goal, and I'm not able to create that sound. Let's do a really small pause and see how that sounds.
Or kick the game-winning...
It's not working for me. I wonder if I can adjust the speed on just one word. So I actually want to slow down the word or. I wonder if that's going to affect the entire line or just that word I selected. I have a feeling it's going to be the whole line.
Or kick the game-winning goal.
I do like the slower speed, but I'm still not getting the sound I want. What if I add a bunch of R's to the end of this?
Or kick the game-winning goal.
That helped. That actually was a lot better. What I'm going to do is change the speed on all of these voiceovers because I actually think that slowing it down made it sound a little bit more emotional in a good way. What I'm looking for this read. This is the kind of direction I would be able to give a real person if I was directing a narrator. But because we don't have that option here, I'm just sort of doing this trial and error. And it's definitely less efficient, I'll say that. Guys, while I'm waiting for these voiceovers to generate, if you find these types of reviews helpful, if you really like them, let me know. Give me that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell. Let's listen to the whole thing again.
Few of us will ever run a full marathon, or have a silky smooth jump shot, or kick the game-winning goal. But that doesn't mean you can't be treated by the very same team the pros trust to get them back to their best. Because now those same experts, comprehensive treatment, and state-of-the-art orthopedic facility are here for you in one convenient place. Experience it for yourself today.
Okay, I'm going to export this voiceover. I think that's as good as I'm going to get at this point. Now let's switch up the different voices so you can hear what they sound like.
Few of us will ever run a full marathon.
Or have a silky smooth jump shot.
Or kick the game-winning goal.
But that doesn't mean you can't be treated by the very same team the pros trust to get them back to their best.
Because now those same experts, comprehensive treatment, and state-of-the-art orthopedic facility are here for you in one convenient place.
Experience it for yourself today.
So of this group of voices, this first one, Clint, I would say is actually great. He's probably the best voice we've heard. Daisy, I think, was also really good. And Daniel, also very, very good. Cooper, terrible. Naomi, pretty good. And Julie, so-so. I'm going to do one more grouping of voices so you can hear them again.
Few of us will ever run a full marathon.
Or have a silky smooth jump shot.
Or kick the game-winning goal.
But that doesn't mean you can't be treated by the very same team the pros trust to get them back to their best.
Because now those same experts, comprehensive treatment, and state-of-the-art orthopedic facility are here for you in one convenient place.
Experience it for yourself today.
Okay, of this grouping, Thomas kind of has a pretty cheesy read. It's very commercial, and conversational is the only style he has. Wayne is terrible. Julia, not great. Millie F, she's got a very upbeat commercial sound. I do think some people would find a lot of use for that type of voice. Next one is Charlotte. I feel like this one has good emphasis naturally, but the tone of the voice sounds tinny and a little robotic, which is unfortunate. And last but not least is our Australian friend James. He actually, I think, sounds more natural. So what is my final verdict on Murf AI? I will say the positives are that there are a lot of voices to choose from and a lot of languages to choose from. You can also subscribe to Murf AI monthly, which is nice. You're not committing to a whole year commitment without really test driving all these voices. I also really like the UI, and I do think there are some hidden gems in here, some good quality voices. So I wouldn't say that all of them are stellar, but definitely there's a lot of voices, and depending on your specific project, you'll probably be able to find something that will work for you. What are some of the negatives? What's interesting is that I really liked that window where you could adjust the emphasis of specific words. I liked the functionality of how you actually control that as a user. However, I don't think that the emphasis, like the actual product you get out of it, isn't good. The emphasis just brings the pitch of the word up. It doesn't really slow it down. You can't slow down specific words in a sentence. So I do think there's some functionality lacking there. But I would say from all of the different voiceover tools that I've tried, I would say that I do like Murf AI more than most. I think that for me personally, I wouldn't really be able to use this tool for client work because my clients have very specific ideas about the tone and inflection and the message they're trying to convey. And this doesn't give me enough control. However, if you're making videos for yourself and you feel like you can control, enough in here, I think you'd be really happy with this if you didn't want to use your own voice. It's just that when I'm working with clients, they can be a little bit more picky, and it's always better to work with an actual human being. So that is my take on Murf AI. Are there any other text-to-speech voice generators you guys want me to check out? Let me know down in the comments. If you want to try Murf AI, you can try it for free. I'll link to it down below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I picked out some other videos I know you're going to love, and I'll see you again.